guys, welcome to this
To
week's
unwind.
episode.
Yes, we're so excited to have you guys.
So to begin with, would you like to tell the viewers a bit about yourself?
Thank you.
I like making films. I like researching, reading about a lot of about bio is like one of my favorite subjects. So probably becoming a doctor is something I want to do.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Yes.
Kritika?
Hi, my name's Kritika. I'm 16. I love dancing and I am a huge K-drama fan.
Okay, so we'll begin with a short interview. So I'll be asking you questions. You just need to answer, okay? And keep in mind, this week's theme is future and friendship. Kritika, first question is for you.
Okay.
You guys have been best friends for the longest time. Do you feel like you would have been a completely different person if you didn't know each other?
Now this is your time to flatter Adrit. Without him, I just think I would have put less energy into more people because he has a huge heart, so he definitely made these few years worth it.
Aww. Next question is, any plans for the future?
Don't start asking about college. I have enough stress just thinking about it. Like, we're applying next year, so we should know our university by this year. So I have a few, but I'm definitely not aiming for US.
Wait, what are some colleges you're interested, or some courses?
Well, I was gonna do economics or econometrics.
That's nice.
Yeah, how about you, Adrit?
So maybe I'm looking at majorly UK and Australia for college. In UK, I haven't narrowed down on any college, but I have Imperial College in mind. I have King's and all of these, and Australia, of course, is also there. So yeah, these two I'm aiming at.
That's good. Also, Adrit, there's this thing that you're a really social person. So I was talking to Vidhi before this podcast, and I was like, I know Adrit, but I don't know him that much that I can assume and put down his characteristics and just say them. So she's like, number one, he's a social person and he has this big heart, like Kritika also mentioned. Give us an insight into Adrit.
Do you feel like pressure to talk to everyone, or are you just naturally outgoing, or has it come to a point where everyone's just talking to you and you just you don't want to talk to them, or?
No, not at all. Honestly, there's no pressure. It's just I wouldn't even refer to myself as outgoing. I just like talking to people because there's no stress in talking to anybody, and it's just okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Next question, Kritika. You both have done extremely well, not only in the academic front, but with your initiatives and achievements as well, both of you. How do you maintain your relationship with others? Because doing everything, being part of the student council, maintaining your academics, trying to do extracurriculars, how do you balance your relationships and maintain them?
Oh, this is a lesson that I learned the hard way. Half the people who you make friends with, they're not going to stay until the end. So keep your circle really small, and if they're really good people, they're gonna stay. And it's easy to maintain relationships with a fewer amount of people.
Yeah. Do you feel like sometimes your friends don't understand you and that you need to take time out for your work sometimes, or do you feel like they're supportive and they get it?
I think everyone has to take time out for themselves, because there's not one person who will understand you like you understand yourself. So definitely I have to take some time out myself to study and do work. For the winter break, right before our first trials, I think just my usage of social media went down because I had to study myself. I thought all of my friends, oh my god, they're really smart, they're not going to get the amount of stress that I have to do this and to do that. So I had to just sort of let go of them and study by myself.
That's good. I think you basically just put into words the fact that you can attach and detach really quickly. That's really good.
I think you should be able to do that. Especially
I think
when you have this insurmountable pressure on you.
I feel especially because you guys have gone through it, you just went through it, and the fact that your e-assessment got cancelled.
We went through it for no reason because we have no exams.
Yeah, so your e-assessments got cancelled because of an unpredictable pandemic, obviously. So you put in all this hard work and stuff, but hey, at least you did well, and you can say that I put in all this effort. I don't regret doing it, even though our exams got cancelled. Adrit and Arushi, another person we interviewed earlier in one of our earlier episodes. They both organized this play that happened in school called Baji Ramastani. It was great. It was a hit, honestly. I was I
really
was
big
blown
hit,
away. It was
yeah.
really good. The dances, the music, the acting, everything was so intricate
Yeah,
and
it
so
was all
well
student
done.
led. I remember I was
Yeah.
walking into
Yes.
the auditorium, right, in Panani, and I was like, it's gonna be this another boring seminar. Like, I'm so not in for it. But I sat there and like an hour or something, Vidhi, and I was just like, wow.
He told me like, he worked about 3 years.
Yeah,
3 years.
that's a long
was-
time.
So do you want to like elaborate, tell them more?
Yes, sure. Okay, so we originally thought of like the basic script, which was in English in 7th grade. But then, of course, until I think we had to revive it a couple of times. The first time, of course, we didn't have Kirandeep ma'am, like our mentor. We didn't have her. We had another teacher who wasn't very keen on doing it. Then we had Kirandeep ma'am, but then she left, so then we had to stop. Then there was a change in like authorities with our principal going and then our director going. So that was also a setback. But I think finally, when we managed to do it, it was really stressful, but it was also really fun because the actors were already very keen on doing it. The dancers were also, the amount of effort that the dancers actually showed in, they started working, and then they also asked to stay back. So I think everybody's effort is what really made it what it was. And I think in the end, even though a lot of teachers specifically were not very sure of how it would work out, they still kept their faith in it, like a little. But still, I think it was really fun. It was an amazing experience, especially with Arushi as a co-director. It was like amazing. Just really liked it.
That's
And thank
really
you
interesting.
for your
That sounds like an amazing experience.
Yeah. But also, like, how did you deal with the success one? And I don't know, but I bet, having 300, 400 people watch that,
There's going to be some
people,
hate.
There's going to be some hate. There are going to be those comments that you always get, whether you do something or you don't do something. So how did you deal with that?
It's more like a universal thing. Like no matter what you do, people are just going to like either hate.
Okay, so originally when we started doing it, when we actually in 10th when we started doing it, I did not like take into account any of this, like what anybody would say. I was just because it was finally happening, and that experience and that feeling was so overwhelming that was the only thing I was thinking about, that it's finally happening. How will this look? How will that look? I think once the posters started coming out was when I actually started seeing how people started feeling about it. So a lot of people originally just came up to me and said, "Oh, it's finally happening," even though I didn't know them, but they still came and said, "It's finally happening." So yes, it was finally happening. So I think that the feeling for most of the things I do, I would have paid attention to what people had said and stuff. But for this one, it was so personal to the cast, so personal to me, that for all the praise and for some of the hate that we got, it just like literally slid down my back. I didn't pay attention to it because I was so happy that it finally happened, that everybody who worked towards it finally got the chance to do it. I think that just completely like hit me, and I think that's how it happened.
That's great. I mean, that's
I think that's one way to look at it. That's a great way to look at it, actually, for dealing with like hate, especially when you're putting yourself out there with something that's personal to you and to the people who worked so hard on it. When people don't know how much effort and time has gone into it, and they're just making these like nasty comments or something, just unnecessarily hating, not knowing the full thing. It's just a great way that you're so like happy, and in the moment it just doesn't affect you. That's great.
When we actually proposed the idea to Monica ma'am, like our principal, she said that a certain group of people, like everybody knows that one group that our teachers don't exactly like, they said that they shouldn't be allowed to watch it because they create unnecessary like problems and all of that. And at first, of course, with the teacher and that influence, I obviously like Arshina obviously agreed with her, and we're like, okay, fine, we do that. But then later we realized that everybody should be watching it. Everybody because our grade especially, they know that most of our cast was from like were boarders, and then some of them were also day boarders. So I think a lot of people from our grade already knew how long we all had been working on it, and the people who weren't allowed to watch it, they should have been, which they were in the end. But I think, yeah.
That's really good. Kritika, we'll obviously come to you, but just like with this scheme of this question, I wanted to ask one more thing. Adit, we were coming down to the hate and everything. I think we should just get it out of the way, because we were discussing this idea about having a podcast, and Adit had a few things that he really want to discuss. How do you address the fact that, you know, there's been competition. You know, there have been moments where you feel like you want to show yourself, you want to really get recognition for stuff. And, you know, your friends, obviously, you being a really talented and smart guy, if I can say, you've had some really good friends as well. How has that journey been, like, to sort
Like,
of cope
do
up
you-
with everything?
Do you feel like sometimes people use you?
Yeah,
And
I was
like,
getting to that. I was being nice.
because see, you're a very open person, because I know you. You're very trusting and, you know, very warm-hearted. You'll give people the benefit of the doubt, even if it means to your own demise sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do you
Yeah.
learn from your setbacks?
So yeah, they hadn't exactly used me, but there was a lot of things that went on because, of course, there was the elections and everybody was so into it. And you know, I want to be part of the council. I want to be part of the council, and not taking names, but I think the person didn't use me, but then they did take sort of advantage, and I think that it did affect me. Of course, if anything, it would affect me, but slowly, like, you know, of course I got of course it just took very less time to get over it and actually start, you know, focusing. And I think it also made me realize the people who are actually there, like Kritika said, the close amount of friends that you can fully trust, and you know you can count on them. So I think that was one of the major reasons I found the people who I usually trust a lot. So yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay, I think-
that's a good way to like deal with, you know, negative people, just getting over it and taking it as a learning and just
Yeah.
moving on with your life, because, you know, just holding on to everything is never the solution. Like, yes, it's going to hurt for a while, you'll feel bad, you'll feel betrayed, whatever, but you know, at some point you have to move past it, take it as a learning experience and just grow from it, I guess.
Thanks for being open. That was really
Yeah.
like that.
No problem.
Yes. Okay, so that's been kind of heavy. Let's move on to something a bit more fun, the rapid fire round.
So, okay, this round is basically to get your quirky sides out. And
Just the whole point of rapid fire is to like, just whenever we ask you, you say the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think about it. Just
Yeah.
the first thing.
both
Okay?
of you. This is for both of you.
Quickly.
Write your matrimonial ad.
Like, what
What's
would
gonna
it
go
say?
up? Yeah, what would you say in your matrimonial ad?
Please don't marry me.
Okay, sure.
Sanskari pati.
Wow. Yes. Yes,
So
we're
true.
getting there. Okay, Adrit, describe the following people in a word. Ishani,
Amazing.
Moria,
Intricate.
Vidhi,
Sweet.
Shreya.
Confident. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Give some advice to the following people. Shreya.
Thoda sa less explicit.
Adrit, Vidhi.
Get a good love life.
That
Whoa.
is not my priority in life. Like,
Yes,
I
I know.
Please,
like-
please, Vidhi, no. Let's be honest here. We're not getting into that, but yeah. Okay, moving
I
on.
have better things to work on. Okay.
Maybe you're smart. Okay, yeah.
Vedika.
Honestly, don't talk to Vedika that much, but I think Leo is an adorable doggo. Never
Alright.
leave Leo.
I mean, Kritika.
There's
um,
a lot of
I'm okay.
advice that I have to give Kritika.
And how about
No.
Ishani? And how about Ishani?
There
What
is a lot of
advice do you give to Ishani?
Honestly, just keep on going, dude. Like, she can do so many things. Just never doubt her talent. I think that's what I think I'll tell Ishani.
Interesting.
Okay.
Kritika, we have one more for you. We have one for you. 3 things you take if you get isolated on an island.
Well, I can't live without my phone. I can't live without Maggie, and neither can I live without donuts. All 3 of them.
Don't you need water
Oh.
to live?
I mean, if I'm being honest, like I don't want to say my phone, but I really it's like part of me now. So I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie here.
Okay, who would get a restraining order against a famous celebrity, and which celebrity?
Can I say this? Please?
Yeah,
Yes,
go
Kritika against CNCO. Kritika against CNCO or Tom Holland. One of them. I swear. And probably me against a couple of people. I don't know. I'd probably say
No. See, I would get a restraining order against famous people. Adrit would get a restraining order against his crush.
Okay. Now we go to most likely to. Okay. Who's most likely to be sassy?
Kritika.
Okay.
Act older than they are.
Me.
Kritika.
Argue for no reason.
Adrit.
Me. Me.
Go out of their way to prove a point.
Adrit.
Me. Me.
Win a prestigious award.
Adrit.
Both of us.
Go to an Ivy League college.
Kritika.
Adrit Ranjan.
Okay.
Adrit
You would
Ranjan.
go to an Ivy college.
Get married
Adrit, have you
first.
seen your grades? Have you seen my grades?
Your grades aren't bad. Shush.
Okay, just to put it out there, they're both straight A students. I don't know what they're arguing about, but okay, who's most likely to
It's like,
who's most likely to get married first?
Vidhi. Sorry.
Kritika.
On the contrary, get divorced.
probably
Shreya. And who's most likely to die from something stupid?
Adrit.
Adrit.
Me. Me.
Okay,
Not it up.
now it's time for quarantine. Okay, what's your least favorite
Great.
Hogwarts house?
Probably Hufflepuff. Even though I am a Hufflepuff.
See, I'm sorry. This is just my Slytherin superiority, but Hufflepuff suck.
Yeah, I don't like
I haven't
Hufflepuff.
read Harry Potter, so I don't know. I mean, I can
Oh.
say I've just watched the movies.
Okay, moving
Shari was
on.
so disappointed. Shari was so disappointed when she heard that. It was just hilarious.
Moving on. Okay, celebrity crush or crush in general. I mean, like
Esther Exposito.
Celebrity,
Esther
I have
Exposito.
CNCO, all of them.
And I have Esther Exposito.
Who's that?
She's from,
Carla from Elite.
Elite,
Oh,
I
that
will show you
Spanish
Carla.
TV show.
okay. Biggest irrational fear.
Pigeons. I wouldn't call it
Loud.
irrational, but like that's like my fear.
The dark, probably. Yeah.
Same. I said that last time.
okay. Have you ever had your heart broken?
Perfect timing. I love that. This is the question we had to ask, and she did. Yes. Let's go.
Have you ever had your heart broken?
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder.
Yes.
I think you are not experienced if you have not had your heart broken, at least one.
Okay, on the other hand, have you ever broken someone's heart?
No.
I
Kritika?
don't think I have. I'm not sure.
Controversial opinions you have. Anything. I'll give mine. I always say it every episode.
I hate
think-
it. I heavily disagree with this, but okay, go ahead.
I think Donald Trump is a really good president, minus his response to coronavirus.
the viewers don't know,
Oh,
Kritika and Adrit just shifted uncomfortably and lost all their respect for Shreya.
The only acceptable Donald Trump there is Nathan from the recent immune that he did.
That's true.
He fired two secretaries. I think that was respectable. That's all the only Trump that I
So,
Okay,
yeah.
no, please state your controversial opinions.
I think I'm very
Yes.
diplomatic in all my approaches. I don't have a controversial opinion.
Wow.
I could learn a
Feel
couple
bad.
of things.
Yeah, Shreya really could. And finally, to end this, what are your opinions on Kanye West running for president?
Disaster.
Kim Kardashian, first lady.
Kim Kardashian as first lady would be hilarious.
He has absolutely no idea what he's doing. I don't think anyone knows what he's doing. His wife also not saying anything to him, not knocking any sense into him.
So, I guess this brings us to
The end.
the end.
So, any final words? Any final words?
Any final words?
Stay in school, kid.
Sure.
Don't do drugs. Podcast is really fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know. For
Yeah,
some
thank you for
reason-
having us.
Thank you for coming. This was I was thinking this is gonna be really hard because you guys don't know me and you guys know really Vidhi really well. So but it actually ended up being really fun. I'm really happy. I got to know you guys on the
Yeah,
bright
so
side.
thank you. So, thank you all so much. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, please don't say no to coming to our podcast if we really need you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.